Dozens of illegals are captured over the holidays. We've got the latest on their repatriation as well as the fallout from a misleading photo that has gone viral.
Police charging another man in connection with the murder of a police officer. We've got the details coming up in the Bahamas tonight.
And strong condemnation for Bahamas Air pilots from the Minister of Works, who's calling their recent strike a pure embarrassment. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Candino Knowles.
And I'm Charisma Robinson.
It's good to have you with us. Well, some 150 illegal migrants were apprehended during the Christmas holidays, but it was a photo of those illegal migrants on a flatbed truck that created a firestorm on social media.
Well, our Janelle Noel Ferguson spoke with Minister of Foreign Affairs and Immigration Fred Mitchell about the issue via Skype this morning.
Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell says officials now have concrete evidence that there are organized crime operations to bring illegals into the country. He made reference to a recent international media report that interviewed persons in Haiti discussing their planned voyage to enter the Bahamas illegally.
Jacqueline Charles, who writes in Miami Herald, wrote about an interview she had with people in an island called La Tortue in the north of Haiti. She said in that article, quoted people as saying, "We will be preparing to come to the Bahamas in December, and boats are being prepared now." She also had pictures. We sent that to our intelligence people. We also indicated publicly to the Haitian government and in meetings in camera that this was something that was being planned. The Haitian government said they could find no evidence of it. But fact is, on Christmas Day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or thereabouts, these individuals, 119 of them, were interdicted, and all of them, I am advised, said that they came from La Tortue. So clearly, this seems to be an organized activity.
Mr. Mitchell claims it was these same illegals who were apprehended in the Bahamas and photographed on the back of a flatbed truck in Exuma. Meanwhile, human rights organizations categorized the action as inhumane, but Mitchell said that was not the case.
As the evening was coming to an end, you have 119 people in a small community in Barataria, and the question was, how do you move these people to a safe and secure facility, which was the E.C. McKenzie Auditorium in Ramsey, some 30 or 40 minutes away. And they were moved conveniently, safely, and not treated in any inhumane manner. There is no evidence of it, and again, the organization that makes that allegation is being ridiculous, knowing the kinds of resources our country has and the decision that we have to take. So the right decision was made by the immigration officers at the time, given the circumstances.
Now, in a statement, Mitchell furthered that the flatbed truck transporting the illegals has a removable metal tailgate.
I am mortified that you have a QC who's now parroting nonsense around, some of it in Creole, telling people that they can ignore the directions and powers of immigration officers and police officers. And this is simply unacceptable. That too is irresponsible. I'm not surprised, any length to go to denigrate this country and to support the people who don't want this country to succeed.
Days before that, Mitchell noted that some 24 illegals, including one work permit holder, were interdicted in Bahamian waters trying to get to the United States. The work permit holder was charged and fined.
The vessel that they found in the Exumas, they also found passports, baggage, so people were actually packed on a journey if they were going, on a normal journey, on an airplane or on a boat. So these are sophisticated operations are doing deliberately to breach the borders of the Bahamas and most times try and get themselves into the United States. And we cannot, as a matter of our national security and national identity, we cannot put up with this.
Now, the illegal migrants are expected to be repatriated sometime this week. Janelle Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
Well, police have charged a second man in connection with the murder of a police sergeant a few weeks ago. As Fern Carey reports, the defendant also levied some charges of his own against the police during his arraignment.
29-year-old Milton Street resident Kevin McKenzie was formally arraigned before Magistrate Samuel McKinney with the murder of Sergeant Wayne Roll a few weeks ago. McKenzie is also accused of robbing Roll at gunpoint. McKenzie is the second person to be charged with Roll's murder. Last Wednesday, 25-year-old Dion Bethel was arraigned in connection with the incident. 19-year-old Kindira Farrington was also charged with dishonestly receiving a cell phone that belonged to Roll. 42-year-old Roll was gunned down while off duty on December 4th. Police say he was sitting in his Jeep with a female on Durham Street and Montrose Avenue when a gunman approached and shot him in the head. In court, McKenzie was not required to enter a plea to the charges. Bail was denied and he was remanded to prison. Now, following his arraignment, McKenzie told the court that he had never killed anyone in his life. He also claimed that he was brutalized while in police custody. The court noted his complaint and adjourned the case to February 26 for service of voluntary bill of indictment papers. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Deputy Prime Minister Philip Davis condemning the actions of Bahamas Air pilots who participated in a two-day sick-out just before Christmas. Davis, who has responsibility for the airline, released a statement indicating that their action was illegal and unwarranted and caused embarrassment for the country. As a result, the government, he says, is looking to accelerate efforts to relieve the Bahamian taxpayer of the heavy financial burden of Bahamas Air.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Lux Men's Warehouse.